Well, hello, this is Simodism Total Nerdery channel, and we are back here in StarMade, because I wanted to show you all the different weapons combinations to give you a good overview of what there is and how much damage they do. So that's basically that. We will be getting in this little weapon test platform and we will have a good look through all the guns. Here on the top tier we have Canon computers. And as you already know, the amount of, well, basically guns at, or cannon blocks will decide the actual damage. So you can see here, this is a 8-block system, and this is a 4-block system with 100% support of another system. That means the damage per second of this little thing here, with only cannon and no support things, will of course be doubled so high as the DPS of that with the support system. Like the support part doesn't change the DPS, that's damage per seconds. If we look here, one group, DPS 80, like that, we have a range of, what? 50,000. I believe that's change dependent of the sector size, because my sector size is 50,000 on this single player here. Then if you look here, we have the machine gun here, DPS 40, as we know. Same range, normal range that is, and well, faster reload speed, but the DPS is still, well, the main system. And here we have 100% support from a missile, same DPS and same range, and it's 10 shots. 10 shots. Here we have support of a beam. We can see here, DPS still the same, damage per projectile is higher, and the well, maximum range is twice that of no, 3 times that of the other systems. So it's very much more range cannon. And if we look at this, we have damage pull support, DPS same, but every shot makes 1200 damage. But well, range is standard. So, and that's basically rings true for all of them. So we will look off here, we shoot off one, we did 80 damage as we already knew. And we can now watch what happened, whatever. Okay, yeah, we can see here 1 block penetration, not very mighty. If we do this, we can see we do 8 damage every shot, and we can shoot all over the place. So we actually need to shoot some to even be able to penetrate, but well, same DPS, or half the DPS actually. Here we have a shotgun. And now we can see that we spread out shots all over the place, and they do quite decent damage. Here we have the long shot, the sniper. Let's shoot it in the corner there, 180. And we can see 4 blocks penetration. Of course, reload speed is much higher. And here we have the pulse cannon. That's basically so we fire that off, boom, and we can see it did very much damage. It penetrated all this way, but well, it's only half to reload. Now, I believe that the number 2s are the beams, wherever they are. Where are the beams? Is this the beams? Yeah, this is the beams. So if we look here, we can see it's basically the same but different. Oh no. No, I pressed the wrong button here. Okay, here we go. We take up the menu here, and we can see that the DPS is, well, 80. It's the same, just a bit different. DPS is, well, 80. Oh, that's high. Damage per tick. Oh right, DPS is 400. That's a bit uneven. Well, let's try them out. Here we have the regular beam, like that. Fantastic and good. Here we have it. Quite good penetration of that beam. Here we have the continuous beam that we basically can paint with if we like. Not very much damaged every tick then. Here we have the like sniper beam, and this is like many shots and it's slow, and yeah. We can pew like that. So that's how that works. Then we have long range beam, which is I think quite interesting. We go in here and we can see details. 200 damage per tick, 1200 every, or well, damage per second. 2 blocks penetration. Okay, shoot it there. You can see we got some good penetration. Right there. Quite good. But it's water, so it's more. And here we have the like pulse beam. This is like a heavy. You can see if we go in here, it's insane. Here we have one. What it is, 4,400 damage per second when it's online, and then it's quite much reload speed. And you can see right there, it takes immense long time to reload that, but it's basically a siege beam. So you see it went all the way through here, and even to start to damage this this advanced armor. But beams are not very good against armor. Now if we, let's see here, now we go to the missiles, and the view is, can we get a better view? Is this the good? No, this is the pulses. Is this the one? Yep. I wish they came in sequence. Well, here we have the missiles. This is a dumbfire missile. Damage per missile 2,200. Have some good range, some good speed. We can see here it's impossible to hit with one of these missiles though, even though they make quite much damage. If we just look at that, we can see that's quite a mighty blast hole there for a 8-block missile system. Then we have the fast firing missiles, which are basically flying away so fast that we barely render them. And well, they are basically railguns. Now the sound stopped working of the missiles as they usually do, because they need seriously to fix the sound in StarMade soon. But well, you can see spread out damage, very fast, easy to fire. Here we get really interesting. This is heat seekers. Like that, they fly all over the place, and they will, well, now do they turn back? They should really turn back. Or have they missed their targets? We don't know. They just disappeared. Maybe there are some other things in the area here. They will basically shoot at anything. So if we fire them again, you can see they all fly off and hit the nearest thing. And there's a rock. Okay, it's the ghost targeting the rock. Isn't that charming? Oh well. Oops, there came one. Well, you never can trust them. Here we have the missile contra a beam. Some call these sniper missiles. I think that is utterly stupid, because this is a lock-on missile. This is the ranged lock-on missile, most popular. Immense damage. These lock-ons, you can see, a real good blast here, even though it's just 4 blocks. Then we have the other lock-on systems, the heavy lock-on. And here we will, it's a missile via pulse. You can just see here it's quite heavy. It's 14,000 damage per missile, and it's slow, easy to take down with AMS, but bam, it has some real punch in that shot. You can see it take out all this place. And the reload is very slow, but they do much damage. So the lighter lock-ons, the ranged lock-on, and then you can see here, if we go into it, I believe it's much less range. It has like 80,000 of my 50,000 sector. That's what it's counting of, it seems. And this has 240,000. So it's like almost five times my sector size. So they are really long ranged, and these are like the torpedo missiles almost. Oh yeah. Let's go to the next system, which I believe must be the pulses. And they are of course a bit weird. We will change to, yep, back here. The damage pulse is a weird weapon. You can see here. We blast out the pulse nowhere, and we got a random freeze there. And this one makes like small pulses. And this one is the same as the cannon. Like the pulse with the cannon and the missile seems to be the same. I've examined them and couldn't find any differences. And this is kind of a ranged pulse. It's much bigger, much more away. And this is some like heavy pulse or something. It's a really big blast. But we should go on and test those pulses, because as you saw, you need to be real close for them pulses to work. So alright, let's close in here. Oops. Like that. If we go into here, we can look at the damage pulse computer. This is the 8 system. 800 damage. So, well, that pulse is actually really great to have to defend your corridors against astronauts, because they won't be able to hide. If you have a pulse turret, it will only work at a few meters, but the astronauts coming and boarding your ship will not be able to hide from the damage of the pulse, because these pulses go through anything. I think that the pulses have a bit limited use, and it's kind of weird that the pulse cannon and pulse missile pulse seems to be the same. What I think would be really great is that if the pulses actually were taking out missiles, because then you could have a like plume of defending yourself. Oops. Okay, here we go. Fire that pulse. And here we got a little damage inside there. We basically made a hole inside of that without really penetrating it. So we can go closer here, and we can maybe fire off this little pulse here. Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, where am I? Here. So here you can see it didn't like, it exploded inside of there. And if we, let's see here, oops, nope, I want to zoom out a bit, but the camera is resetting me. And this is, well, this is the same. We maybe could move a bit here and fire off that big pulse there, and it's of course almost at the other side, so that exploded a bit outside of it. Let's explode the big one here. Oh, that's really off. That's really off. But now you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but basically all of these blocks seem to be slightly damaged at the outside there, so that's cool. Boom. Oh well. These are all of the weapons, I believe. Let's see if I can blow up this more inside here. Yep, we could. So here you can see we made a unconnected sphere damage inside over here. So think really, if we would have a ship and we would go close and basically park beside a bigger battleship, and then just firing off our big pulse and destroying our enemy's computer inside of his or her ship without needing to take out any armor. So I actually think that the pulses is hard to use, but maybe a little underused, because there is actually quite a good system that you don't need to penetrate anything. You can just park beside them and like, hey, I have this amazing pulse thing. Well, actually, it's a bit fun. The pulse work a bit in the same way that doctors use to kill brain tumors, cancerous tumors. So you basically create a controlled destruction inside the structure without damaging any entry holes, really. Enough of that. I believe that I have showed you all that I wanted to show you, as well as talked a whole lot, but I hope that you enjoyed it, and now I'm invisible. Fancy. Oh well, I say thank you very much for watching. This is Jimodism Total Nerdy Channel officially out, and I hope I will see you in the next video, as well as upvote the videos you like and downvote the ones you dislike, so I will know what you think. Anyways, Jimodism out, have a great day.